Hey everybody, Corey again here with CDS Automotive. Today I just wanted to make a quick video for a cool, pretty inexpensive tool to make. This tool is especially helpful when you're doing parasitic draw testing. This tool is not my idea. I just don't see it in a lot of training material or come across a lot of people that utilize it. So I just wanted to make a quick video kind of explaining and showing it. So basically what it is I kind of got it rigged up for demonstration purposes here, but you've got loops and you've got a lead on each side, an alligator clamp on each side, and this is especially helpful for parasitic draw testing because you're using the coils of wire. In theory, you're using that as a multiplier. So if there's 1 amp flowing through the circuit, and you've got, 4 separate strands here, we would expect to see 4 amps. So I thought it was pretty interesting. I will get it rigged up here and we'll demonstrate that here in just a moment. Like I said, you can use, I just had some stuff laying around, some alligator clamps and some connectors in case you want to isolate the whole thing. For parasitic draw testing specifically, this works well. It's not always the first method that I go to, but for what it costs to make this tool, it's definitely worth having and knowing how to utilize it. So let's go ahead and get into this. I've got a low amp clamp hooked up on the, there are 4 wires here, as you can see. So 4 wires going through the amp clamp, and I've got a headlamp circuit bulb hooked up. So we're gonna power that bulb up. Oh, change my settings here. 20 amp, there we go. Get that hooked up. Roughly 18, 19 amps, okay, that we're reading. So now we're gonna do the same thing, zero out, throw out our amp clamp, and put that just around the single wire there, and you're gonna notice the difference. So let's get that hooked up, 4.6 amps. So it's pretty cool. It works extremely well. You can put in as many loops as you want. And the point to this is to get, if you don't have, if you're running standard 20 amp or something of that nature, pretty standard amp clamps, if you use that as a multiplier with a parasitic draw and say you've got 1 amp showing with 4 wires, your amp clamp is in it's more usable range. So if you just take an amp divided by 4, which would be a quarter amp, 250 milliamps, you can get a more accurate reading if it's something that you're chasing is extremely low current. Like I said, I'll get this unhooked and kind of show you better. It works extremely well, and it's extremely cheap and cost effective to make. And if you're already running, get this set out here so you can see it a little better. It's nothing special. It's just a chunk of wire, heavier gauge stuff. But when you're making your windings, again, you can have as many windings as you want. But if you're using small jawed amp clamps, you probably don't want to have 10, 12, 15 wires in there because they probably won't all fit. And like I said, I just have a disconnection up here in case for whatever reason I need to have that. I just built that into this tool. So you guys, it's pretty inexpensive. If you're already running amp clamps with your scope, it's a great accessory to add on. Again, I learned this years ago in training. This isn't my idea. I didn't come up with this, but I just don't see it implemented very often. And again, you don't always need it, but it's always nice to have that option as part of your toolbox, part of your diagnostic process or whatever, testing techniques and all that for when you're chasing parasitic draws. So yeah, it's inexpensive to make, worth having, and doesn't take up a lot of space. Thanks for watching, guys.